start the program by talking about something quite unusual, but a fascinating one at that. We often talk about the complexities of a woman's hormonal cycles. It's not very known that men too experience sort of hormonal fluctuations every single day, unlike us, who sort of have a monthly cycle. While women's cycle generally follow a monthly rhythm, men operate on a 24-hour cycle that can significantly impact their mood, energy, even relationships. Now, the testosterone, the key hormone in men, tends to peak in the morning, which is why many men feel more energized, confident, even assertive earlier in the day. However, as the day progresses, the level of the hormone actually drops, which can lead to lower energy, increased fatigue, sometimes irritability as well by the time evening hits.
But why are we discussing this? Understanding the natural rhythms of men, their hormones, this can actually be quite beneficial, especially if you're someone who's part of a couple. By recognizing the ebb, the flow of hormonal changes, couples can actually align their activities. So what that essentially means is having important conversations, for example, high energy activities, doing that in the morning, planning quiet, more relaxed activities for the evening. It's not just about managing energy, also about enhancing communication, strengthening the relationships. As we said, keeping the conversations that matter for the right time of the day. There is a bulk of data and research about women's cycles. But what about the data on men's changes? If we acknowledge that men can also experience these daily shifts, it could also foster empathy, it could improve communication and create a harmonious relationship dynamic between you, between your partner. And to help us dive deeper into this very, very interesting topic, we have with us Dr. Neerja Agarwal. She's a psychologist. She's also the co-founder of Emo Needs. She's done extensive work in this area. So let's go over to her first to understand more about the basics. Dr. Neerja, thank you for joining us here on the show. Doctor, first just share the data with us before you tell us about the implications. Men having hormonal changes through the day, is that accurate for men of all age groups? Does the age group matter to understand this? And how extreme is their hormone drop, for example, from the morning to the afternoon to the evening?
It depends on your hormonal fluctuations during a day. It is very common for the men to experience hormonal fluctuations during a day. But our age, our stress level, and our lifestyle also impact this hormonal fluctuations. So if you are aging, then also your testosterone level slightly decreases, and your testosterone levels in men, they are at the peak in the morning, especially during 8 a.m. during the time, and as the day progresses, the testosterone levels start decreasing, especially during it is lowest in the evening and early nights.
Okay.
And then they might get increased in later night and early morning.
I see. So 8 o'clock is when it actually peaks during the day. That's interesting. Dr. Neerja, then help us understand this. I've had too many conversations with my male colleagues and male friends who talk about this morning anxiety that they all feel. Has that got a direct implication on how their hormones are actually fluctuating? So if men, or for example, if women have PMS, men have something of their own, which is almost every day?
Anxiety level also depends on cortisol's level, which are stress hormones. So if your testosterone levels are high, in the morning, which means more productivity, more energy, and more positive boost in the mood, more confidence. But generally, our cortisol's level are also high in the morning. So cortisol's level plus low testosterone levels impact our fatigue. It creates fatigue, it creates anxiety, and it creates depression. So along with the testosterone, it is also equally important to take into consideration the cortisol's level, which are generally high in the morning. And as the day progresses, cortisol's level get decreases. Little bit, optimum amount of cortisol's levels are necessary to make us more active. But if the cortisol's levels are higher in the morning, then it leads to depression and anxiety. more
Doctor,
than optimal.
tell us, what should our takeaways be? We started by telling our audiences that if you're a couple, any kind of intense conversation you want to have, try to keep that in the morning. In the evening, don't try to have conflict if you can help it, if you know that there needs to be a confrontational conversation. But what else should be the concrete takeaways? What should you bring into your house?
So start your day with a
Or
positive
maybe the
conversation.
opposite.
Start your day with a positive conversation, which means that you should set a greater tone. You should set a good tone in the daytime, so that you can optimize your conversation and keep your deeper conversation in the evening or later in the
Yeah.
night, when you can reflect more on reflecting exercise, reflecting conversation. You can have a shared time with activities, with lighter activities like walking and watching your favorite TV serials or anything. So keep your conversation positive in the morning. You should decide,
So Sonal, you were
you
right,
should
yeah.
those conversation which need more focused and more decision making in the morning, and then brief check-in in the afternoon, where the this thing testosterone level take a dip. You should not engage in a very
Yeah.
heavy conversation in the afternoon. Then again in the nighttime you can have a deeper conversations, while sharing your
It's an
relaxed
age-old
activity.
saying how we would wait for our fathers to get back home and only have difficult conversations or what we wanted in the evening and not disturb them in the morning. It is purely coming from that. Because morning everybody has a lot of going on in their mind, but now we have
Yes.
actually chemicals and hormones playing a role to actually tell you why to avoid any difficult conversation in the morning, which is what brings me to another very interesting aspect, Dr. Neerja. I was reading up about IMS. Women have PMS and men have IMS, which is irritable man syndrome. Could you tell us
Yes.
a little bit about that? And is that also related directly to the testosterone levels?
Irritable men syndrome is linked to lower testosterone level and higher cortisol's level, which means more fatigue, more depression, more anxiety, more irritability, and more mood swings. Hormonal fluctuations in testosterone levels brings more mood swings and increases your emotional sensitivity. And if your emotional sensitivity get increased, it can impact your mood, it can impact your energy level, which can later impact your relationship, your conversation, your communication, your understanding with the partner.
Okay, and Dr. Neerja, can I ask you a bit of a naughty question? The research that you are talking about today, this is research that there's quite a bit of chatter about online. And the most common thing I was hearing a lot of the women say is that, hey, does that mean that the 9 to 5 workday that we go to is built around a male hormone cycle? The fact that they have more energy in the morning, that's when your day starts. You know, the fact that work peters down by the evening. Your thoughts there?
Yeah, women's fluctuations level, women hormonal fluctuations varies throughout the day. It depends on women are generally more active during the first cycle, during the first 15 days of their cycle, which means for first 14 days of their cycle. And men's, it depends on they get more active in the morning, which means you should engage in more strenuous activities, more focused activities, more prioritized things in the morning, and later on you should turn to the relaxing activity. Yeah, you are right in that sense.
Okay, okay. Dr. Neerja, thank you so much
So
for joining us. So
women
basically,
should
women should be
engage
working
more in the
20.
first. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I was going to say that women are expected to work 24/7 because we don't have any hormone to sort of help us on that. But there are certain parts of the day where you should just put your feet up and say, listen, ask my hormones, too much happening. Thank you, Dr. Neerja. This was fun.
It is
And
very
also
important to
another very
understand your
interesting
hormonal
aspect
level.
on what she said. Yeah. Also, Toya, very interesting how she said in the first answer about how it changes with age as well. So, like women have menopause, men also sort of dip in. Their hormone levels also
Right.
dip in
We
as
don't talk about
age
it enough.
catches up,
Right,
which
right.
is quite fascinating. Yeah.